Hello there, and welcome back to the Smell of Logic channel. I am Ramona, and today's little Reddit stories are going to be, what is a life lesson you still can't seem to get right? These are going to be very short answers, I believe. I'll read some of the replies, but I thought it might be a little amusing, something to entertain you. So here we go. What is a life lesson you can't seem to get right? Balance. Boundaries, and there's several replies to this. I would have to agree. I don't know if I'm doing it right or if I'm being a dick. Just think of it as being selective, knowing your self-worth. Someone else says, facts, send help. My therapist recently told me that emotional boundaries are also a thing. How am I supposed to set and hold boundaries physically and emotionally? Send help, LOL. I'm no good at either, though. Even for me, like information boundaries. As an autistic person, what do you need to know and what you don't need to know to always know? I can't even imagine how challenging that can be to sort through, especially considering it's constant, something you have to do every day, or I would assume it always feels somewhat overwhelming. As a neurotypical person, I can't fathom. Same. And anytime I try to set boundaries with people, because everyone tells me I don't know how, they want me to set boundaries, just not with them. Networking and friendships. My stupid sweet tooth. I am completely aware of how they affect me, but I am a fiend. I'm so with you on that. I've tried finding a silver lining. The upside of my sweet tooth is how I don't drink or smoke. A bag of gummies every other weekend is a small thing comparatively, but I'm aware of how much of an excuse that sounds like too. Mine is popsicles. I can easily eat 4 a day. I am really trying to be good. I got into the dates and ate 10 before I read the label. 110 calories for 2. 2! I'm really short, so I can ruin my calorie intake for the day. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to drop 20 pounds for years. Other people's opinions have nothing to do with me. I think there's a lot of people with that life lesson that we're still trying to learn. Does marriage count? I've been in a few long relationships, but then when married, almost finished with my second divorce, I can't seem to make it work. A life lesson I still struggle with is learning to let go of control. I tend to overthink and try to manage every situation, which just creates more stress. I know that sometimes I just need to trust the process and let things unfold naturally. It's hard, but it's getting better with time. Taking care of myself and knowing it's not selfish to do so. Love yourself first. Saying no. When I get married, right now, not even knowing who the other is, may or may even be the right gender, may or may not even be attracted. Could it be a serial killer? Well, I'm taking that as a no. You're welcome. Communicating my opinion and problems I have with something to people. I think that's a lot of people right now. I mean, that's been throughout history, don't get me wrong, but I think we kind of as a human species have lost I don't know if you want to call it the art or the ability to communicate opinions without sounding too forceful or being too swayed or coming across and understanding as well. I mean, it's not just giving your opinion, but listening to other people's opinions. We've all become very polarized, and I don't think that's a you problem. I think that's a species problem. The next one is remembering that no one is interested in me. Comparing myself to others. Making peace with your past. I guess I shouldn't feel guilty for the things I want to do. I should be able to do the things that I enjoy and shouldn't put other people's wants in front of mine. I could also do with less arguing with strangers online. That stresses me out way too much. I still hate cleaning my living space every day. Don't sleep with co-workers. And someone else says, I have quite the list. They didn't list them, but they're just letting us know that they have quite a list. Overthinking. I just can't stop. Stop playing with fire. I seem to keep doing it. Now, is that metaphorically or is that actual? Not caring what other people think. Keeping my mouth shut. Procrastination. Procrastination is not just the enemy of success, but also the grave in which opportunities die. And there's a reply that says, I have heard recently that the difference between procrastination and executive dysfunction is that lots of people tend to procrastinate things they don't want to do. But a sign of executive dysfunction is procrastinating things you do want to do. So keep that in mind. I was diagnosed with ADHD in my late 20s, and if I had heard this kind of talk about procrastination, it probably would have helped me seek diagnoses earlier. I can't stop help the people that don't want to help. I just want to help change my life. You just stubborn saying it, but you just stubborn staying in. Okay. Money. Stop seeing people's potential as if it's who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them. That's right. That's a life lesson right there. People have been telling me for most of my adult life that I am too hard on myself, yet no matter how hard I try, I cannot seem to get the vicious self-critic out of my brain to stop attacking me. That what I have right here in my life is tremendous and it's enough. But not everyone means what they say. Putting my expectations on others is a recipe for resentment. Be myself and let other people be themselves. I think that's also another little life lesson most people need to work on. How to pick a job career that pays anywhere near a livable wage. OF is not free. OF is not free. And I think that goes for the people that produce and the people that consume. Working smarter, not harder. Man, do I overthink things. Listening to my gut feelings. I always use my brain instead, and it's really not that bright sometimes. Self-worth. Having to love everything, but without attachment. What is a life lesson you still can't seem to get? That sleep is good for you. And everyone. Treat others the way you want to be treated, not the way they treat you. I am petty. Just because you're good to others doesn't mean they'll be good to you. I keep thinking I can outwork burnout, like it's a bad Wi-Fi signal. Just gotta refresh the tab, right? It's really difficult to be honest with myself. Having goals in life, planning them, and how to achieve them. I'm always 1 step forward, 5 steps back. You can be nice, give, and sacrifice for others, but some people just don't like you for any and no reason. If I just effing ate better, I would feel better. I know that. For a brief moment in my life, I actually was decent at it, but I fell off the wagon and can't kick junk food habits. Stop trying to help or save people who don't want to be helped or saved, and focus on yourself. There's another one with knowing your self-worth. Burnout. Anger issues. Being less annoying. I keep learning the hard way that not everyone deserves an explanation, but I'm still over-explaining everything. Not talking. If someone shows you who they are time after time, believe them. There's quite a few replies like this on here. Stop putting trust in people. I try so hard, but I still always divert to thinking everyone is kind-hearted like me. I get burned over and over, but still can't stop being kind and trusting. Relationships. Accepting crappy behavior as normal behavior. Getting out of dead-end relationships. It's hard for me to leave someone without feeling like I'm abandoning them. I do eventually leave, but years, literally years later than I should have, with so much time wasted. Love. Always keep money. No matter how small it is, when the rainy days come, then you have something to spend. And I think this sums it up. Keeping my mouth shut. Yeah, I think there's a lot very similar answers on a lot of these, but obviously that may be the human condition and a life lesson we still can't seem to learn. We're all human. We're all suffering or afflicted from it, I guess. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, maybe comment below. There's a couple other videos. Well, okay, more than a couple other videos here on the channel. Go check them out. If you enjoy reading or enjoy coloring, check out my Amazon authors page. Lots of coloring books. New ones released every Monday. A couple of novels, a couple of kids' books over there. If you're interested, go check them out. If not, that's okay too. But thank you for listening and watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.